I want you to imagine what would happen if you actually showed up every single day and actually honor these promises that you made to yourself. You told yourself you're going to wake up at this time. You told yourself you're going to do these workouts. You told yourself you're going to eat this. You told yourself you're going to do this to grow your business. Whatever it is, imagine if you actually honor those words and you actually kept your promises to yourself. Welcome to another episode of the JJ Velasquez Show. I'm your host, JJ Velasquez. And today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the best habits, some of the best disciplines, some of the things that have changed my life, and some of these things that I believe are going to be very valuable to you as well, that can help change your life as well. And the reason I say this, the reason I bring this up is the other day I got a message from one of my cousins on Instagram who I actually haven't heard from in a while, I haven't talked to in a while. And he was seeing my posts with my cars and my family and me working out and all this stuff. And he said, hey, cousin, I've always looked up to you. He sent me that message and was just, hey, man, I hope everything's well. And it got me really thinking, because I know he actually went down a bad path. He made some bad choices, had all these kids and, kind of just went down a bad hole where now he's, he probably needs to make some changes in his life. So I always think about in these episodes, who I can help. And I always picture myself talking to my younger self, 10 years ago, or just like my cousin who's about 10 years younger than me. Because sometimes we don't know this stuff. Sometimes we don't learn this stuff. Sometimes people never learn this stuff and they stay in the same exact situations for months, years, and, maybe never change. Maybe they stay in the same job they hate for years and years. Maybe they stay in the same relationships with someone they're unhappy with. They stay in a body that keeps getting unhealthier. They keep gaining weight and things like that. So I always like to, look back and actually talk to myself. Like if this was my cousin or my son listening to this, I'd love to give him some helpful advice that would benefit him in life and, and really can help change things. So that's my point of this episode. And that's really what I would uncover in this episode. If you're like, hey man, if you're listening to this, chances are there's something you want to improve. Maybe you've seen some stuff with me that you like. Maybe you don't even know me. Maybe this is the first time with you listening to me. Maybe you don't know my background or anything like that, but I really want to share with you that, hey, just a few years ago, 3 to 4 years ago, I was at my worst. I was at a breaking point. I was broke, living below paycheck to paycheck, overweight, unhealthy. I think I was, single at that time. I was drinking, just had all these bad habits at what I would consider a rock bottom point of my life. And sometimes sometimes it takes us to get to those moments where then we're like, damn, man, we need to make a change. Something needs to happen. Because if I keep going down this path, nothing's going to change. So with that being said, I'm going to go over 7 habits that really changed my life, 7 habits that I still implement to this day, and 7 habits that I think that even if you implement a couple of these, you can really turn your life around. You can really change your life and start doing more positive things with it. So with that being said, I'm going to jump into number 1. And obviously, first thing, it's working out. And the reason I say this is because working out developed so much confidence in me. I started liking what I see in the mirror. I started, just having more confidence with myself, holding my head up high, even with all this negative stuff. You start to work on yourself. That's one of the best things you can do to get started. If you have nothing else going for you in your life, start working on yourself. That's something you can do that doesn't cost no money, it doesn't cost much time, but you can get started right away. Like with that today, you could just start working out, find something to follow. And the reason working out, and I always go back to that, is because if you've ever worked out, you probably felt really good after a workout. You felt really positive, like, damn, man, I got in a good workout. I pushed myself. You feel good. You feel more confident. And that's exactly what working out does. Now imagine stacking that over 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, like I have for me. What do you think I've built in my mindset? Being able to show up all the time, be able to push heavy ass weights, be able to show up not even when I don't feel like it. Be able to do these things with the diet, the nutrition, be able to show up consistently, push myself through a hard workout, set goals, stay consistent, everything that we built through fitness. It actually builds lots of good traits for you. So if you're overweight or you're unhealthy or even just unhappy with your body, that should be the first place you start. Because when you start working out, you're going to feel more confident. You're going to build a stronger mindset. You're going to start to be able to push yourself to do hard shit, to lift heavy weights, to go on a run, to push yourself. And with that, a lot can grow in your mindset, in your belief in yourself, and then of course with your confidence. And yeah, the energy, the productivity you're going to have, all that stuff from working on yourself and just getting healthier and actually liking what you see in the mirror. So number 1 is working out. Number two is waking up early. When I first decided I needed to make a change, when I was at that low point in my life, I didn't know where to start. So the first thing I did is, hey, I'm going to set my alarm for 5 a.m. tomorrow. I'm going to wake up early and watch a motivational video. I went on YouTube, started watching a motivational video. Did that for that first day, then another day, then another day. Then I started feeling more motivated. I started learning who some of these motivational speakers were. I started watching more of these videos. I started being more inspired daily. I started waking up, wanting to do stuff, wanting to do more. So that was the first step I started off. And with that habit of waking up early, now I started wanting to do more. So I wanted to start learning new things. I wanted to start developing new skill sets because I knew I wanted to build a business. I knew I wanted to work on myself. I knew I wanted to do more. I didn't want to go back to a 9 to 5. So the first thing I did was, let me figure out exactly what I can do. Let me figure out how I can get better at things. So when I went to online coaching and stuff, I had to learn everything. I had never sold, never marketed, never done, sales, anything like this. So I had to learn how to get better at all these skills. So I took nutrition, I took sales, I took courses, I took, mentorships. I did all this stuff. But the reason I was able to get all this stuff done is because I dedicated time early. I woke up every single day early, and the first hour and a half, I would wake up and work on myself. And I still say that to this day. Work on yourself before you go to work for someone else. If you're working a 9 to 5 right now, you're working a job and you're not spending any time on yourself, how do you expect to improve? So we have to start working on ourselves first before we start working for anybody else. And that's gonna allow you to have extra time to build a skill set, to build a side hustle, so you can start having the time to want to do something different. So you can start building that business, whatever it is. We have to make the time. So waking up early can be one of the best things you do to just have some more time for yourself. Maybe you start off with 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour a day, whatever it is. Hey, set some time aside to read some books, to work on yourself, to take a course, to learn something new. Spend that time every single day. What do you think would happen over a few months, over a few years, if you just doing that every single day for 30 minutes? A lot can change just by you waking up early. So get your ass up. Don't hit the snooze button. That's one of the worst things you can start off with your day, because you just broke a promise to yourself. So set that alarm with the reasonable time that you can wake up, and start waking up at that time every day consistently. First off, that's going to get you a win right there, because you actually kept a promise to yourself. So we wake up early and we use that time to better yourself. Nowadays, I got a son that I got to wake up for, and I know what time he gets up every morning. So now I try to wake up an hour before he even gets up. So that way I have extra time for myself, because I'm still doing the same stuff. I'm still waking up early. I'm still doing the stuff to take care of myself every single day. So that's number 2. Number 3 is investing in myself. Even when I had no money, even when I was barely getting by, living paycheck to paycheck, I knew that where I was at, nothing was going to change if I never made a change. So I had to start learning different things. I had to start surrounding myself with different people that had more belief in me than I had. That could show me different things. That could teach me different things. That had different mindsets. That had different habits, skill sets, all that stuff. So that's when I really started, investing into mentorships and these programs and stuff, so I could just start surrounding myself with people that had high goals, that had high ambition, that have done more in their life than me, so that could inspire me to get moving, so they could show me exactly how they got there. And that's the value of investing in coaches and mentors and people that have done what you want to do, because they could show you exactly how to get there. So I'd rather spend a little bit of money and learn exactly how to get there than try to just figure it out on my own and fail, which is what you see most people fail with. Maybe they try to get in shape on their own and they keep doing these fad diets and they're struggling for years, when instead, if you just actually got some help with it, you'd probably get to your goals a lot faster. Same thing with the business. I see lots of trainers and stuff fail because they don't know how to sell. They don't know how to market. They keep doing exactly what they're doing and nothing ever changes. So we always have to invest in ourselves. You're always going to get the most return on that. And nowadays I've invested over 100,000 in myself, but it's paid off in so much more ways. And now I can make that in a couple months. Real estate, stocks, all this stuff takes time. You developing a new skill set, you getting better at sales, you getting better at all these stuff, you're going to increase your income a lot faster that way than anything else. So we should always start off by investing in ourselves first, so we can get better. And that's how we can take our income to new levels. Number 4 is reading and learning. I dedicate 15 minutes, 30 minutes a day, every single day to just, improve myself. And, even though I read my first book, a few years ago, the Think and Grow Rich book, that book really helped me start to change my mindset, the way I thought about things, my belief in myself. And, I started reading. That's what kept me wanting to read more books and more books and more books. And the more you read, the more you're inspired, the more you think about stuff. You could learn how to be successful at stuff just by reading someone else's book as well. If you think about who writes these books, it's usually very successful people. So if you could start to read these books and everything they've learned in, over their whole careers and stuff in a book, now you're going to get better. You're going to learn better. You're going to shortcut your success. So there's always these books on, sales, on mindsets, on success, self-development, all these stuff you can start to read. We just got to start reading every single day because, like I said, compiled over time, this can really change your mindset. This can really change lots of things for you. So I still dedicate 15 minutes every single day, if not 30 minutes with my coffee in the morning. I'm always reading, trying to learn something, try to, get me inspired or just keep learning. And that's how I continue to keep growing. Number 5 is cutting out any negativity. I don't watch the news. I don't surround myself with negative people. If people are negative in my life, I cut them out or limit my time with them because I don't need that in my life. If people are going to bring down my energy, if it's going to get me stressed out, if it's going to get me focused on something I don't want to focus on, if all you're posting on your social media is drinking and beer and alcohol and all this shit that's not going to help me, I'm going to unfollow you because I prioritize my energy and the way I feel daily, and that's my number one priority. If it's going to bring me down, if it's sucking my energy out, I'm not going to spend the time on it. So if you, like I said, that's exactly why I do not watch the news. I don't follow anybody that's negative on social media. If there's drama, gossip, I don't care. I just tune it all out, turn it all off because that's not going to help me get anywhere. If we wake up really inspired to crush the day and we're really excited to do something, or maybe we want to start a new business or get excited about something, and we tell someone and they give us some negative feedback, or why are you going to do that? You're going to fill out that. Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to do that? It's just going to be negative, and that's going to hold us back. That's going to start to clog the way we think, and that can stop us and that can sabotage us. So we want to limit our time or just cut off anybody that's negative or that's holding you back. We should be surrounding ourselves with people that inspire us, people that push us to new levels, people that believe in us, and people that want us to do more. Not these people that are going to hold us back. And most of the time they're trying to hold you back because they feel guilty about themselves that you want to do better for yourself. So they don't want you to get in better shape. They don't want you to make more money because they're going to feel like, oh man, I'm not doing anything. So they try to hold you back with their negative comments, with their negative beliefs, and their goals aren't the same as you. So we shouldn't be surrounding ourselves with these type of people. Cut off any negative people, any negative influences, any negative energy, anything like that. I don't want it in my life. It's not going to help you get anywhere. Number 6 is just being myself. I show up every single day in my content, in my videos, the same way I show up on these podcasts. I'm very aggressive when it comes time to pushing myself in my fitness and my goals. I cuss out myself. I push myself. I talk shit to myself. I do all that stuff because it helps me push me to that next level. So I do that with my fitness. Same thing with my business. I always want to be striving to do more, to show up better, to keep grinding, to keep, growing my income, to keep improving in all these levels. So I'm very aggressive when it comes time to pushing my goals. To pursuing my goals. So I show up the same way in all these areas. I'm also very passionate about what I do because I came from a medical background where I would see what would happen later on in life when people didn't take care of themselves. So I'm always very passionate about pushing you, calling you out, calling your bullshit, calling your excuses, because I know what's capable for you on the other side. When you take care of your fitness, when you look your best, when you're more confident. I've helped over 500 guys now do the same thing, and I know it's possible for you as well. But you sitting on your ass, you staying the same, you gaining weight, you not showing up at your best for your family, for your loved ones, is hurting everybody. So you need to get off your ass. You need to get pushed. You need to get moving. You need to get called out. You need to get called out on your bullshit excuses, because that's what's going to get you to the next level. And that's how I've helped my guys. And so I show up passionately. I show up with energy, and I show up with love because I care, and that I want the best for you. And I've seen what could happen later on in life if you don't take care of yourself. Same thing with business. I've struggled with income for years and years and years, pretty much my whole upbringing. So now I'm making good money, and I want to do the same for lots of others as well. I want you to know that there's a lot more out there for you, and that we can be successful and do something we love and that we're passionate about, and help people and make good money and change lives and actually do what we love, and not go to a 9-to-5 or a job we hate every single day and waste years of our lives going to a job we hate, being away from our kids, being away from our family, having to ask another man for time off to spend time with your fucking family. Is bullshit. We should be pushing ourselves to want to grow our income, to want to live our best life, to do what we love to do, so that we can provide that income for our family and then actually enjoy it, where we wake up every single day excited to crush the day. So I'm very passionate about, helping people achieve their goals in their income and in their business too, because like I said, I was very broke, and I came out from it, and I see what's possible when we can make good money, when we're not struggling anymore, when we're not stressed out about income and stuff, because I went through the same struggles. I had problems in my relationships. I had problems, getting by because I had no money. So I know what it's like to struggle, but I also know what it's like to succeed now and make good money. And it's a whole different ballgame. They always say, oh, money can't buy happiness, but it's like, fuck yeah, it can. You're going to not be stressed out. You're not going to fight no more with your relationships. You could take, your wife on a nice vacation. You can take your kids. You could spoil your kids. There's lots of stuff we can do with money. And that's just, for ourselves. We can also do lots of other good for money when we can, donate it to others and help others. So we should always be striving to increase our income as well. So with all this being said, the point is, as you can see and what I'm saying right now, I'm just myself. I show up authentically every single day. I'm very passionate about what I do. I say what's on my mind. I'm not scared to hold stuff back, but that's what makes me me. People don't like me. Okay, they can unfollow me. It doesn't matter to me. But also at the same time, I'm going to vibe with lots of people. I'm a dad. I have a great family. There's 3 things that I prioritize in my life: family, fitness, and finances. You've probably heard me say this over and over, but those are 3 things that I'm always at the top of my priority list. So I show up as me every single day. And with this, being myself, I've built a personal brand. I'm JJ fucking Velasquez. I always tell myself this, but hey, I'm JJ Velasquez, and I'm going to make that known, and this is who I am. So we just got to show up authentically. Don't be scared to say what you want. Don't be scared to do what you want, fucking dress what you want. Be you, because people are going to like that. People are going to respect that. If I had to cover up stuff and, one of the reasons I actually hated working a 9-to-5 because they try to make me cover up my tattoos. Oh, because I'm some bad man because I have tattoos. You got to cover all your tattoos. Like, that's bullshit. So I live a life now where I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. I can wear what I want. And there's lots of pride in that. And it's just a very good feeling. But at the same time, we shouldn't let anybody hold us back because, like I said, you're going to be able to vibe with people. Just bring in your energy, bring in your passion, doing what you love. You're going to connect with lots of people that way. So you could just build your own brand that way just by being authentic to you. And that's how we always want to show up as. Number 7 is just showing up every single day. Most people aren't successful at whatever they do because they can't be consistent. They can't do it for long enough. But if you can just show up every single day, despite how you feel, despite low energy, trust me, there's some nights I barely get any sleep. My son's up, but I still got lots of stuff to do. I still got clients to serve. I still got to do podcasts. I still got to make videos. I still got to work out. I still got to do stuff for my family. I still got to do all this. So what am I going to do? To sit on my ass and do nothing? No, I got to show up consistently every day because I'm the leader. I'm that man that, that I want my son to look up to. I'm that man that, lots of people rely on me. All my clients and stuff. I got to show up despite how I feel. So if we can't even, and like I always say, if we can't even show up for ourselves, how are we supposed to show up for anybody else? This is why I show up every single day, and I'll make content, me being tired, me still waking up early, even if I got a couple hours of sleep, because I know the value of just sticking to my disciplines, sticking to my habits, showing up despite how I feel. And those are the days that count the most. I felt great that I still showed up on those days. So if you can challenge yourself and if you can push yourself, whatever you're doing, whether it's fitness, whether it's business, you just got to show up consistently over and over and over again every single day to do the work, to do what you're supposed to do to succeed. Whatever goal it is, fitness, your business, your relationships, whatever it is, you got to show up and get that 1% better every single day and put in that effort despite how you feel. Because like I said, it builds lots inside of you as well. You learn to show up despite everything else going on. You can be stressed. You can have some crazy shit happen and you're still going to show up because you know that, hey, that's just the value you hold to yourself. I hold myself to a standard where regardless, I still do 4 workouts a week. That's non-negotiable, minimum, if not more. I read every day, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. I do 1 podcast a week. I post content, 5 days a week. I have lots of stuff that I do no matter what, non-negotiables, because these are things that are going to drive my business. These are things that are going to drive my fitness, and these are things that are going to drive my life. So no matter what it is, you have to set some non-negotiables for yourself. You have to set some standards for yourself and hold yourself to those standards. I want you to imagine what would happen if you actually showed up every single day and actually honor these promises that you made to yourself. You told yourself you're going to wake up at this time. You told yourself you're going to do these workouts. You told yourself you're going to eat this. You told yourself you're going to do this to grow your business. Whatever it is, imagine if you actually honor those words and you actually kept your promises to yourself. You're going to build more confidence in yourself, but you're actually going to achieve great things in your life. So if we can just show up every single day, despite how we feel, and just stay consistent, we can accomplish anything, any goals. So I want you to really think about these habits. And, a lot of what I said today, you can see there's lots of energy in it because I love this stuff. And I love talking about what can help you and what can change you. So I want you to take action on this stuff. I don't just say this. I don't want you to just, okay, great. Everything's good. Oh, that was a cool episode. No, I want you to take action on this stuff because, like I said, these are habits that changed my life. So if you're in a situation right now, you're not happy with your fitness, you're not happy with your finances, you're not happy with your relationship, we need to start working on ourselves. So I don't care if you do one of these, if you could do all 7 of these are things that could change your life. And I know because this is exactly what I did to change my life. And I want the same for you. I want you to live your best life. I want you to be, inspired. I want you to do great things, live the life that you want, make good money, look good, feel good, wake up every single day, proud of that man in the mirror, and just really do great things with your life. So like I said, it just goes into these 7 things. I'm gonna cover them real quick again. Number 1 is working out. Take care of yourself. Treat your body with respect. When you respect yourself, other people are gonna respect you as well. Number 2, wake up early. Spend that extra 15 minutes, 30 minutes before anybody else gets up, before you go to work, whatever it is. Use that time for yourself to better yourself. Number 3, don't be scared to invest in yourself, even if you had no money. My first investment, I had to piece together credit cards and, do it over like 4 months. And hey, but I wouldn't be to where I'm at right now if I wouldn't have never invested in myself and my skill sets or anything like that. Number 4, reading and learning. You're never going to get anywhere with the same mindset, with the same skill sets. You have to constantly be, learning, reading, growing your mind, growing your skill sets, everything like that. Number 5, cut off any negative friends, any negativity, anything that's going to hold you back, that's going to get in your way, that's going to get in your mindset, because that's not serving you. Number 6, be yourself. Like I just said, the whole point of this is just show up as yourself every single day. When people look at you right now, what do they think of you? Are you respectable, or are you that class clown that everyone's laughing at? You're making the jokes. You're the idiots. You're the drunk. Or are you showing up as like, hey, the fucking man, he's motivated, he's driven, he's ambitious, he's got high goals, he's gonna do shit with his life. Like that's a man we should be. Like when people see me, I want them to see my hustle. I want them to see my drive. I want them to see my consistency. I want them to see me as the most respectable man that they could possibly think of, because that's how I treat myself. So we got to show up as that. Just be yourself. And then, yeah, like I said, just show up every single day, despite how you feel, despite whatever else is going on. Show up and do the damn work, because it's going to get you to where you want in your life. Life gets better when you do 1% better every single day. Let's go crush it. Let's go.